So here's the deal. A lot of people have relationships that don't work for them, or there's large aspects of their relationship that doesn't actually truly work for them. And they avoid looking at it, talking about it, smelling it, seeing it at all costs. What if, no matter what your relationship status is, you're in one, you're looking for one, you're partway in one, what if you could truly create a relationship that worked for you? It is possible. It is so possible. And these amazing tools are kind of, I would say, the dance that you could enter to get there. The reason I say dance is that we don't exactly have answers for all of this, but we have these beautiful questions that when you're willing to be in the question and dance with the universe, all kinds of magical things can show up. When I look at relationship, through generations and just even my own self, I've always known something very different was possible with relationship. And as I read books and explored different types of relationship through my lifetime, I began to realize that I'm very different and that there wasn't a current relationship structure in existence that was ever going to work for me. I realized I had to create my own system of relationship, my own deal and delivers in relationship to truly get a sense of what was going to work for me. And for me, it was a conscious relationship. Now, conscious relationship does not mean that your partner has to do access consciousness or be, doing the same thing. You are on the same path as you. What if conscious relationship was a relationship with a based on a platform of consciousness? And within that dance, you created the energies and the awareness of what that is for you. So again, it's going to be so different for everyone. And I wonder if you've ever really looked at it, really asked questions about what works for you. So often we're told what's appropriate and what's not appropriate, and sometimes we will align and agree with it. I used to have a friend that would ask me questions about my relationships, but they always had this little twist on it as though something was wrong with what I was doing. And then I would start to wonder, maybe it is wrong. Maybe it is weird. Maybe it shouldn't be that way. The world is changing. New possibilities are opening up. And what if you actually truly know somewhere, what's going to work for you, but you might just need someone to ask you the questions without that little twisted, weird stuff behind it, without a point of view, because no one knows what's going to work for you but you. I know that sounds crazy, but what if it's true? If it's making you lighter, then it's true. It's true for you. So what are some of the ways to actually start to get a sense of what is going to work for you? Well, one thing is you can even just start with a list to start to write down what works for you. If you have a current relationship, you can use it there, or you could just write in general. So what are elements of relationship that work for you? What are some of the deal and delivers? What are you hoping to get out of the relationship? That's a great question. I know some people, they fall crazy in love and they just get married and they never actually had the conversation of, what do you want to get out of this? What do you actually want to get out of this relationship? And be willing to know it, and be willing, no matter what you've been told, that it's okay. It's okay to ask for what you actually desire. It's okay to have things that you want to get out of a relationship. Why else are you there? Why else would you have it if there wasn't something that it was adding to your life? Now, for those of you that have a relationship and you have fear coming up to even look at this, because sometimes we've decided that means if I become aware of this, if I really ask these questions, my relationship's going to dissolve, because you already know that currently that relationship isn't working for you. What if that's not the case? It might be the case. But what if it's not the case? Knowing what works for you gives you the capacity to communicate what works for you. And what if your partner would actually be more than willing to gift that to you if only they knew, if only you allowed yourself to know? And if you have decisions that they wouldn't, that's not awareness. That's a decision. That's a conclusion that you've made. You're not opening the door to infinite possibilities. So getting clear on this for you, write a list out. And after you finish your list, go through the list and ask every single item, is this actually true for me? So you might write, maybe you're a woman and you're looking for a man to pay for everything. Okay. So you write that down. You write down your list, go back and ask, is this true for me? Or did it sound like a good idea? Is this someone else's reality? Or is this your relationship reality? Is that true for you? And maybe it is. What if that's okay? Okay, that's something that you're asking for. Ask and you shall receive. Go to the next item. Is this true for me? Everything that's not true for you, I'm going to ask you to cross it out. Get it off that list. And then when you're done and you have those elements, put them on a fresh list, because, I have OCD, so I like a fresh piece of paper. These are the things that you're asking for, whether you're in relationship or you're looking for a relationship. And it doesn't have to just be a romantic relationship. It can be relationships with family, with friends, with your workmates, with your business partner. What if you could actually create relationships with everyone in a way that's going to work for you? Tell me if this assisted you in any way. If you had some surprising awarenesses, I would love to hear. How out of the box, how different are you willing to be with you and relationship? I would love to know.